I'm Molly Herford here with the Arborist Groundworker Training Program, and we are talking all about health and fitness. And this is really what's going to keep you at the job for longer. We want to be, long-term career here. So let's talk all about fitness and recovery. Okay. Recovery seems like kind of an awkward topic to start this on because, we're not talking about fitness yet, but recovery is actually the most important part of the job because you are doing this really demanding physical job. So this means we need to prioritize how we're recovering. And I don't mean saunas and ice baths. I mean sleep. That's pretty much our main thing when it comes to recovery is getting enough sleep. And working in arboriculture means sometimes you are having those really early mornings. And unfortunately, when we have early mornings, that means early bedtimes as well. We really want to aim for that 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And we really want that to be good quality sleep. So that means just trying to make your room as quiet, as cool, and as dark as possible to get our optimum amount of sleep. So that's really all we need to focus on when it comes to recovery. And then when it comes to fitness, we just want to find something fun. Because work can be kind of sporadic. Some days you're in the truck for hours. Some days you're working really, really hard. Some weeks you're entirely off, depending on what part of the industry you're in. You might even have months of the year where you're off. And during that time, we do need to be staying fit so it's easier to get back at it. So just find something that's fun for you to do. This could be riding your bike. This could be running. This could be hiking, snowshoeing. Really any kind of cardiovascular activity, anything that gets that heart rate up is going to be great. And we don't need to do this every single day, just a couple days a week, 30, 40 minutes is going to be plenty to just keep you at that steady state of fitness and feeling good. So when you are at work, you're ready to roll. And the same thing applies to our strength. Again, I'm not going to tell you to hit the gym and bench press or leg press. You're already doing a lot on the job. So we don't need to belabor the idea of doing a big strength workout, but we do want to make sure that we're fit for the task at hand. So this means maybe doing just a few push-ups, a few body weight squats, or just coming up and down, maybe even some lunges. If you get a pull-up bar in your house, maybe you're practicing with that. We don't need a major strength routine. We just need 5 to 10 minutes a day where we're spending some time just working on the muscles that didn't get worked during the day. So if you feel like, oh, I've been in the truck all day, maybe we do get out and do a few push-ups, even hold a plank for a while, so just that high push-up position. And a few minutes goes such a long way. Then there's mobility. Mobility just means that we can move our body very comfortably, so we're not having those back aches, we're not having our hips clicking every time we walk, we don't hear our ankles as we, crunch our way over to the truck. And again, this is just a couple minutes a day, and that's going to keep us, doing really great. We do have a mobility video on here, so if you're doing that most days of the week before you head to work, that's a great option. But really any kind of stretching that just gets everything moving, wrists, ankles, shoulders, all the joints that are moving a lot during the day, just finding ways to move them is going to be so, so helpful to the longevity of your career. So hopefully, this isn't something that's going to take a lot of time, but we want to focus on making sure we're getting sleep, making sure we're moving our bodies, getting our heart rate up a few times a week, and just keeping strength and mobility in mind and just finding those tiny moments of time to practice those. All right, hopefully that helps. Have a good time out on the job. All right, so we are going to begin just in a comfortable cross-legged position on the floor. You don't need a mat. If you have one, great, but not necessary. And so we're crisscross applesauce. And I'm actually going to have you switch so you have your non-dominant foot in front. This is going to feel really awkward on your hips, but it's a great way to open them up for the day. And we're just going to start with a deep breath because you're probably, hopefully watching this in the morning before you go to work. So we need to kind of wake our bodies up. So we're just going to put our hands on our knees. We're going to sit up nice and straight and tall. And we're just going to take one big inhale. Really let our bellies expand as we inhale. And then we're going to exhale, let everything relax. Just do that one more time. So on our inhale, we're getting that nice, straight, tall. Think good posture. And then just relax it a little bit here on our exhale. Perfect. Okay, let's get our shoulders open. We're gonna lift our right arm up in the air and bring it onto the ground behind us. Left hand is gonna come to our right knee, and we're just gonna look over that right shoulder. And we're just breathing while we're here. This is a great one for neck and spine and shoulder. Everything waking up for the day ahead. And release that right hand. Right arm is just gonna come up and over. We're gonna tilt to our right side. And we're just gonna find what gives us a really good stretch on our right side body. So looking to feel a stretch all along here. Maybe that means looking up. Maybe we lean a little bit forward. Maybe we lean a little bit back. Whatever feels good for you. And then we'll bring it back to center and just shake it out. Feel a little goofy. All right, left arm comes up in the air and onto the ground behind us. Right hand comes to our left knee. Look over that left shoulder. You might notice this side is a little bit tighter than the other side. That's okay. It's totally normal to have one side feel a little tighter than the other. But this is just a great one to get everything warmed up, especially if you do a lot with your upper body at the job. And we're breathing. Really, I consider this a massage for our internal organs. And release that left hand. Left arm comes up and over. We're gonna tilt. Again, just find whatever feels like a great stretch. There's no one perfect place to be. Just whatever is making this side feel nice and open. And bring it back to center. Shake it out. And then we're just gonna come onto all fours. So we're thinking about getting our hands under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, and our toes are just out against the mat, nice and relaxed. Spine is neutral. This is our tabletop position. And we're just gonna do a couple of cat-cows, which is, we're starting with dropping our hips down, dropping our heads, our chests are gonna drop, our back is gonna arch like an angry cat. And we're gonna feel that really nice stretch in our upper back here. And then on our exhale, we're gonna let our bellies drop, our hips are gonna come up, our chests come up, our chin comes up into that cow, and you're gonna feel a really good stretch in your low back here. And we're just gonna move through this just a couple more times, just with your own breath. So on your inhale, we're gonna arch that spine. And exhale, let everything drop. This is a great one, especially if you spend a lot of time in the truck or if you have any low back issues. And while you can get on the ground and do this throughout your day to kind of open your back up, you can also, even just in your truck, even just standing, just think about arching your back, both forward and backwards, and that'll help kind of work out some of the kinks. All right, when you're ready, just bring it back to that nice neutral tabletop. And we're gonna tuck our toes and we're gonna pop our knees up. We're gonna engage our core, so like you're about to do a sit-up or you're about to do a push-up. And then we're gonna start straightening our legs. Butt is gonna come up and back. And we're just gonna hang out in this triangle for a few beats. So we're gonna think about turning our elbows out towards our sides and then bringing them back in. That's gonna make our shoulders sort of move out and in. And we're gonna think about pedaling our feet, so dropping one heel and then letting the other heel drop. Really feeling that in our calves. Really working on our ankle mobility here, working on our hips, our shoulders, hitting a lot of stuff here. Even our wrists are getting a good workout here. And you can stay here as long as you want, or you can hover it forward into our plank. Again, another great one for our wrists, really waking them up for the day. We're thinking about keeping our head in line with our heels, nice and straight. This is a great one if you're working up to doing a push-up, just hanging out here for a few seconds. All right, we're gonna drop our knees down, our toes are gonna come out, and we're just gonna press our butts back towards our heels. Feel those wrists relax. Just gonna come down. If you do have some wrist issues, especially if you're feeling anything from doing that plank, think about flipping them under and just kind of working into them. Just tiny movements, and we're not looking for them to be in pain. We're just looking for a little bit of stretch. Pain, bad. Stretch, good. So we'll do that on both of these hands. And we're thinking about getting our butt towards our heels, but we're not really worried if it doesn't. It's totally fine. Most of us have tight hips, so don't feel bad if you're not all the way down. And then last thing we want to do, a little bit of shoulder opener here. We're going to take our left arm, we're going to thread it under our right underarm, and just relax into that. Just those nice deep breaths. And then take that one out, switch arms. And if you want to get more of a stretch, you can even tilt towards the side a little bit. Again, just coming down as far as feels good. We're not looking to be in pain, just looking for a stretch. And pull that back out. Walk yourself up to kneeling. And then just come back over into our cross-legged position. Again, think nice and straight and tall, just to remind yourself how we want to be positioned throughout the day, thinking about that good posture. And let's take one last breath, really fill that belly up like a balloon. And then exhale it all out. All right, you are ready for the day of work. Have a good time out there.